from years and years and years of misinformation, propaganda, and lies. Hollywood's kind of done cannabis a disservice because they've made us look like stupid, lazy stoners. With the internet and the ability to really get out there and find what you want is dispelling all the myths, and we're able to now say, hey, that's not true.
So we're all out here to set an example and a new standard for what cannabis use is about. So I'm asking everyone here just to be respectful. Let's not light up here in the park.
I'm Jim McAlpine, and I'm the founder of the 420 Games, which is an athletic series of events to destigmatize healthy and responsible cannabis use. I'm a longtime entrepreneur. Snowbomb.com is currently one of my companies. I've always kind of been the face of the company, and I meet with a lot of other high-level people, and it just was never appropriate to talk about cannabis. But, you know, in contrast, at all the parties, everyone's getting blacked out on alcohol, and that had always felt a little weird to me. I'm not a huge smoker. I smoke kind of when I've had a long day and whatnot, but personally I like to eat more so. This is my favorite brand of edibles right here called Kiva. I eat about this much. It gets me right. I use cannabis just kind of to keep myself level. I have ADD more or less, and it just helps me function, stay more focused, keeps me in the gym longer. It's for my health and for medical reasons, not just to get stoned.
Jim reached out to me and told me about the concept of the 420 Games. The idea is to demonstrate that cannabis is really a wellness product. When it's integrated into a full and healthy lifestyle, it actually enhances the parts of our lives that are most valuable and important to us. The idea that cannabis is not compatible or consistent with a lifestyle of success is just a myth. I use cannabis every single day of my life, and I build companies, and I pass laws, and I get things done.
4, 2, 0, go!
My name's Kyle Kingsbury, former college football player at Arizona State University, former professional fighter in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. In the subject of pain management, when you compare what pharmaceutical companies push on people to what Mother Nature has created, there's really no comparison. And how many people die of overdose from these every year? There are no overdose deaths with marijuana. Being retired, I can certainly come out and say that there's many more of us using cannabis as a means to heal and as a means for all the positive benefits that cannabis can offer.
I'm a Marine veteran. You know, I have some social anxiety. Veterans among civilians, there's some conflict there often. So in my experience, I use cannabis mostly in social environments and in athletic events. Right before walking into the gym, that's when I consume. It's a bronchodilator, reduces your pain receptors, and enhances focus.
If you take a look around, you find that some of the most successful, ambitious people in the world use cannabis. 4 out of the last 5 American presidents have used cannabis. Richard Branson uses cannabis. Carl Sagan used cannabis. Peter Lewis, one of the richest men in the world, who recently passed, also was a regular cannabis user.
Michael, if you see this, you need to call me. And he's the best athlete that's ever graced the pool. MMA fighters, ultra marathoners, and regular marathon runners are the biggest athletic community to use cannabis, and it's mostly because they're just beating their bodies up so much. There are a lot of people that shouldn't smoke cannabis. It affects them poorly, and it will make them a bad athlete, it will make them fall asleep, and it's not for them.
Sometimes, if what you need to do is not be relaxed and not be de-stressed, it can be not a positive thing.
We've started a nonprofit foundation called P.R.I.M.E. It's Progressive Responsible Individuals for Marijuana Education. Our #1 goal is to teach kids that you're not going to be successful in life if you choose to use cannabis before you're old enough. I have a 6-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old daughter, and the last thing I want is them getting their hands on cannabis or using it before they're ready if they choose to use cannabis.
All right, 2 ladies coming across the finish line, one just ahead of the other, but both finishing for a good cause. Nice work, ladies.
I have a history of Alzheimer's in my family, and cannabis is the single best preventative for Alzheimer's. So I also see my cannabis use as a preventative.
2 orbital blowouts. I've torn my right knee twice, tore my labrum once that required surgery. I've had my jaw broken in 2 places, fractures in this eye. It's what allows me to get the most out of life and make me a better partner, a better person, a better father. And I feel with cannabis, I'll be able to continue to do that the rest of my life.
When cannabis is really used to its full potential, I think people are using it to enhance the things that are really important in their lives.
I think what we were celebrating was actually a lifestyle more than anything.
I'm tired, but I feel good.
The right people showed up, they were respectful, and they understand our mission, and we all stood together to change the face of cannabis.